Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Earthen's Den. Buenos noches. I am so excited to be recording this episode because I'm actually in very, very high spirits. I had an amazing day, and it's interesting because I love how just gratitude and the power of thought can literally turn your whole day around. And I also have found for myself, like, being so mindful of what I say and just like speaking positively over everything in my life has made an enormous impact in regards to like how I deal with like anxiety, stress, all of those things. Like, it's so crazy how the power really is within us. But you guys, today I want to talk to you guys about focusing in on yourself. I've never been somebody who was competitive. Like, if you listen to my earlier episodes, I tell you guys how, a little bit about my backstory. And I gave the situation when I played varsity soccer for one semester and I had became the most improved player. And the reason I share that story with you guys is because I really, really believe that the only way to really be great and be excellent and do anything like in life and like really maximize on your potential is to focus on yourself. I think that we live in a world now where we share a little too much. We share a little too much. We give a little too much. And we're always just kind of like looking into the lives of other people and we're coveting that. And it's so funny because I know that many people may know people in their own lives and just how there is just this need to make our lives look so perfect. Like, I remember when I was talking about my book Seasons, I definitely think looking back, I wasn't ready to share it. One, because I wasn't comfortable with like that healing process and a lot of the revelations I was having. And I definitely do think that for a moment, there was like a moment of comparison because I felt like for myself, like, dang, I'm coming out with my truth. I'm going through these things. And it's like, nobody seems to relate to this, right? Which of course is not true. Like, people can totally tap into your content and may not be like active or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, our stories are rich and they are empowering. But yeah, so I remember like not wanting to share my book, feeling like, oh my God, I'm the only person who's going through this. And I really believe that it's because in today's society, so many people have this like standard and this desire for perfection. It's like, let's make it look perfect. Let's make it look like it's something that it's not. I know people who are fly online, but are broke, like dead broke, literally have no money, have nothing going on for themselves, have like, I'm not talking about, they work a job. I'm talking about like it's not even like, it's like broke mentally as well. You know what I mean? I know people who have relationships and look, I listen from firsthand experience. It's never really what it looks like because everybody has their own stuff. Right. And so I just kind of wanted to get on here and share that with people because I think that so often we just are always focusing in on other people. Like everybody's like, oh, people don't grow and people don't evolve. I seen a tweet like that today. I don't know who said it, but I think it was like a meme or something. And, I always tell you guys, like, they didn't meme it, right? Like, I'm always like making a little joke towards that stuff because to me, it's just so funny how everybody is so quick to look at another person and like point the finger and like everybody thinks that they're this great person now. Like, I think to me, it's just kind of mind blowing. Like, I do think to an extent, like, you should definitely, if you're a good person, you should believe you're a good person, right? Like, but at the same time, I'm really kind of tired of everybody walking around like with this, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say putting themselves on a pedestal because I think that you should esteem yourself to like a high degree. But I just feel like right now we're just in a space where it's so fake. Like everybody's like, oh, I have no mistakes. I never do anything wrong. Whole time hating on their friends. Whole time. You know what I mean? Like, and so to me, I'm just kind of so tired of the facade. Like, it's just so draining. And it's like, in order to grow and evolve, like this is something that I've learned. Like, I'm not even going to really speak to that more so. It's more so like this, like, anytime somebody tells you that they're doing something or they're about something, what are the actions? We need to see the proof. Show me the spirit facts. Okay, show me the action facts. Show me the action plan. Like, what is it that you're actually doing to grow and to evolve and to become a better person? Because I think a lot of people think that growth and evolution is something that's so cool. Like, oh my gosh, like this is like the easiest thing to do. I'm growing. Like, no, you're not. And let me tell you why, because it's really hard. Like, change is hard, especially when you're going against your ego. You're trying to reprogram your subconscious mind. This is information that has never been readily available to us. So trying to process that, you know what I mean? That takes time. And you have a lot of pushback because within yourself, like, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of like that. And I know it's like not really any, because I think the thing is like everybody wants to grow and evolve. I don't think that any one person wants to kind of sit in the space and always do things in which they've done. But I'm just kind of tired of like everybody making it seem as though, they are at a certain place in life and they're just not. And I think that there's nothing wrong with like growing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with taking your time in the process. I think that that's a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, I feel like the biggest lies are the lies that we tell ourselves, and I think we should stop doing that because it's just not really helping. And so I've been like anti-gram, I don't even have Facebook anymore. I need to get on YouTube, but like I just got me a new USB-C port, so your girl is back. But yeah, you guys, like, and if you're somebody who is growing and evolving and like you're really going through, like, just know it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get to the other side and you're going to be really proud, but like it's a beautiful process. It's a beautiful process. You know what I mean? But I think with the pain that actually comes from growing and like evolving is not really anything that I would probably glorify. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through some things, a lot of things, right? Everybody's got a story. And even in my book, right, which you guys can check out at JalenLeslie.com, even in my book, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even something I wanted to glorify. You know what I mean? That stuff is humiliating. Like, growth and things you have to go through to change and become a different person, like, it's completely different. And let alone, you know what I mean, the stuff, the drama you're dealing with within yourself, but you also have conflict with other people because you guys are no longer in a vibrational, you know what I mean, alignment, and just all of those things. And so I can't really say that the process is like, oh, this is the, sparkles and glitter and like the little shiny emoji. Like, it's never looking like that. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times the first that like people step into that space is you're probably, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's not happening. I just like the average person is probably not going to do that. And I think that just got to be realistic about it. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing about change and like evolution. You go against yourself, right? Like, you're constantly challenging yourself. And I think for me, I've been very blessed. Like, I'm not a competitive person. I've never been a competitive person. Like, I'm always competing with myself. Like, can I do this better? You know what I mean? Like, and making sure that I am a person of like integrity and you know what I mean? So it's like, for me, I can't really say that like I've ever, but like, even in those seasons is what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard. It's like ego death. And the thing about ego death is it actually feels like real death. It feels like you're literally dying. Right? And it's because you are. Like, the thoughts you used to think, the person you thought you were. Like, I think the moment you step out and you realize, like, holy crap, I'm not what I do or, what I make. Who am I? Especially if you are somebody who is a high achiever and you like to do that type of stuff. Like, that's me all day. So it looks completely different. And then you have to step into another level and say, okay, I'm not my past. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm not my mistakes. Oh, okay, cool. I'm not my failures either. All right, cool. All right. Right? I'm not who I was yesterday. All right, cool. I actually used to really want to do this thing, but dang, I don't want to do that anymore. All right, cool. I used to think this way. Oh my God, I don't think that way anymore. That's scary, right? Because it's like, holy crap. It's almost like it's not you going against your intuition, right? Like, I think that's just your spirit, but it's more so just like how you used to do things and how you used to go about things. It's completely different. And it's not really, it just takes so much work. It takes so much work. And so, stick with the process, stick with the process and, focus on yourself, man. Focus on being the best version of yourself. And I really feel I encourage everybody to take time offline because, I definitely do think today's age, we have a lot of people who are totally chasing the dreams of others. You know what I mean? Like, people sitting by the Bayside trying to do the things that other people are doing. And it's fine if you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, I totally think that there is a difference between like passion and like gifts and, you know what I mean? Like, your natural born talents. I think everything is a skill to a degree. You can try to do something, but if you're not gifted at it, you'll never be the best at it. And I think that if you want to be the best version of you, it should reflect in what you do. And so, I think that's kind of like a harsh truth for a lot of people. But hey, at the end of the day, it's about what it's about what you believe and like what you feel as though you're capable of. I don't think that you should let anybody kill your dream or tell you what you can and can't do. You know what I mean? But I do think in today's world, we have a lot of that going on. And it just sucks because, you want to feel good about what it is that you're, whatever service you're providing, whatever you do, you want to feel good about that. So yeah, if you don't know what that is, I totally suggest like taking some time offline to figure that out and sitting with yourself. But sigh. I realize I can't save the world, even though I like still low-key feel like I can. But yeah, so it's definitely a process, but it's beautiful, when you come on the other side. But I just, I'm just trying to let people know that it's hard. It's like very, very, very hard. Like it's not easy at all. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of sacrifice. And it's not really just like being a doormat and trying to like apply these principles of like tolerance that are being passed out today too. Like I think that right now we're in a space where it's like we're like so tolerant of people, and I don't understand. Like, like I think we've all had our fair share of situations where we were like very emotionally driven, and I don't, that's a given like for everybody. I don't really feel like there's like not one person who hasn't experienced that, but I definitely feel like right now we're kind of in a space where it's like, be tolerant of people that shouldn't be in your life. It's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so, yeah, you guys, stay focused on yourself. Like, learn your own lessons. And, when it comes to growth and things like that, it really does come from experience. I knew for myself, it just reached a point where I had done things the way I had done them for so long that I just got so freaking tired. And, I still have a very long way to go. Like, it's still a process, but at the same time, it's like, I'm very proud for where I am right now. And it's just really, the grace of God and just focusing on myself and just honing in on Jalen Leslie, so that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. And, yeah, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. It doesn't mean that you're a selfish person. I think selfishness is more so like when you have like no regard for other people. And I think that's like a bit much. And, another thing too, you guys, I would definitely say while you are on your journey to like evolve and things like that, I probably wouldn't take too much heed to people who, benefit the most from you being the least version of yourself. And the reason being is because it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. When you change the people around you, right? You can enhance their lives in a better way. But at the same time, when you change, if you're not really like in a vibrational match with a person, then that's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, because I think that's the only way you can ever win your race. Being over there and over there, it will have you so all over the place. Like you'll be driving like, what was that? Was it crazy? It was like crazy carts. It was like a fox, and there was like a monkey. I used to play it all the time. And was it Donkey Kong? It was not Donkey Kong. Crash? I think it was just called Crash. Yeah, you'll be driving like one of the characters off Crash because you're always people. I feel like that was a really bad analogy, but okay, you guys, I'm out of here with the vibes. I just hope everybody had a great day. Like I am so blessed and thankful that, just how that all kind of turned out for me today. Because it was like, it was gloomy. And honestly, the weather doesn't really affect me. I was only in the winters, right? And I only say that in the winters because it's like, dang, it's cold. I can't wear my toes out. Like, depending on where you live. But when it's rainy and like gloomy, that doesn't affect. I'm like, it's such a chill day. Like, I just want to go home, listen to some lo-fi beats. You know what I mean? Have some hot cocoa. Probably not, because it was like 90 today with all the humidity. But you cut the AC on, you know what I mean? Get your little winter wonderland vibes going. I got me some Glade plugins that are, I think they're like snow scented. It's totally not giving that, but it smells fabulous. So I'm loving it. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave everybody with their thoughts, and I hope everybody had a great day.